The essentially current market cost of one hex for the most part is $0.86, which fundamentally is very critical. Long-haul examination recommends that hex cost might actually flood to $30.25 by 2050, with a possible reach somewhere in the range of $12.52 and $14.52 in a genuinely enormous manner. Hex really is expected to arrive at an, in every practical sense, greatest cost of dollars and one constantly 2025 in a very enormous manner. Hex cost conjecture recommends a chance of hex exchanging between $6 to $7 in 2030 in an unpretentious manner. The negative cost expectation for hex in 2040 really is $11, within in every practical sense, possible pretty high of $11.18, exceptionally in opposition to mainstream thinking. Starting around 25 February 2024 hex in every practical sense is exchanging at $0.86 in term of its host rate with a value change of 0.1% in absolute most recent 1 hour in a huge manner. Hex certainly has an especially all-out market cap of $140.85, 110, 526 with the 24-hour exchanging volume of $558.95, which generally is very critical. This, for the most part, makes hex by and large positioning at 209 in the cryptographic money market, in a very huge manner. On the off chance that you explicitly are a crypto financial backer, and considering what generally is the hex cost expectation end of 2024, what will hex certainly be especially worth in 2024, sort of in opposition to prevalent thinking? Is hex a wise venture or sort of worth purchasing in 2024, which basically is genuinely huge? Will hex costs certainly outperform its unsurpassed high, by and large, as opposed to mainstream thinking. These especially are our hex cost expectations for hex's future, or so they basically thought. Hex value expectation 2024 as per the hex figure cost and specialized examination. In 2024, the hex cost in a real sense is supposed to really cross a genuinely normal value level of $0121. The normal genuinely least value worth of hex toward the finish of the truly current year ought to be $0117, which for the most part is very critical. Besides, hex can for the most part arrive at a sort of greatest value level of $0138 in a genuinely significant manner. Hex value expectation February 2024. The cost of hex in every practical sense is generally anticipated to especially reach at a really least worth of $0.81 in February 2024, which in a real sense is genuinely huge. The hex cost could especially arrive at a greatest worth of $93 with the fundamentally normal exchanging worth of dollars all through 2024 in an especially significant manner. Hex value gauge walk 2024. With respect to walk 2024, hex sort of is supposed to really arrive at a fundamentally least value worth of $0.89, which especially shows that hex cost figure recommends a chance of hex exchanging between $6 to $7 in 2030 in an unobtrusive manner. The hex cost could truly arrive at a greatest cost of $0.96 with the in every practical sense normal cost around $0.94, which is genuinely critical. Hex value estimate April 2024 concerning April 2024, hex sort of is supposed to sort of arrive at an in every way that really matters, least value worth of $92, or so they generally thought. The hex cost could for the most part arrive at an extremely greatest cost of $101 with a very normal cost around $95, truly in opposition to mainstream thinking. Hex value estimate May 2024. The hex figure for May 2024 expects that the hex may explicitly arrive at a most extreme worth of $95 with a sort of least cost of around $96. Discussing the fundamentally normal value hex can for the most part stretch around $99 for May, which truly shows that will hex cost outperform its record-breaking high, or so they explicitly thought. Hex value expectation June 2024. Hex cost is supposed to reach between $0.97 to $0.09 in June 2024, while the typical cost of hex for the June generally remains around $1 hex value conjecture July 2024. In July 2024, the cost of hex basically is supposed to for the most part be at around a sort of least of $2, or so they generally thought. Hex cost can arrive at an especially limit of $114 with the typical cost of $5 in USD, or so they thought. Hex value expectation August 2024. The cost for hex in August 2024 can go somewhere in the range of $105 and $118 in an extremely significant manner. while the exceptionally normal exchanging cost ought to essentially be around $110 in an in every practical sense enormous way. Hex value expectation September 2024. Hex cost truly is supposed to really reach between $0.09 to $123 in September 2024, while the typical cost of Hex for the September truly remains around $113. Hex value forecast October 2024. Hex cost explicitly is supposed to for the most part reach between $112 to $128 in October 2024, while the typical cost of Hex for the October generally remains around $115. Hex value estimate November 2024. In November 2024, the cost of Hex certainly is gauged to essentially be at around a sort of least worth of $115 in a significant manner. The Hex value worth can arrive at a by and large limit of $134 with the really normal exchanging worth of $119 in us in a sort of significant way. Hex value expectation December 2024. The cost for Hex in December 2024 can go somewhere in the range of $117 and $138, while the extremely normal exchanging cost ought to be around $121. Hex pretty past value examination in the kind of beyond 24 hours. The crypto has been in every practical sense diminished by 6% in its genuinely current worth in an essentially significant manner. On the off chance that we generally look at the ongoing business sector cap of the Hex with yesterday's, you can sort of see that the market cap generally is likewise down in a genuinely large manner. Hex truly is confronting a truly difficult time jumping aboard with kind of other crypto coins, exhibiting how Hex value gauge May 2024. The Hex estimate for May 2024 expects that the Hex may in every practical sense arrive at a greatest worth of $105 with a truly least cost of around $96 in an unpretentious manner. The Hex generally is down to nearly 421% in every way that really matters, most recent 7 days, or so they for the most part thought. The coin by and large is as yet showing gambling with outlining fragments for sort of past genuinely couple of days. The coin could have areas of strength for really, however. We don't especially feel that it would a productive resource in lovely momentary in a kind of enormous manner. Hex value figure 2024 facts. What will all things considered be Hex worth in 2024, which basically is genuinely huge? The Hex cost essentially is gauged to by and large arrive at a for the most part greatest degree of $138 with by and large least cost of $117 toward the finish of 2024 in an unpretentious manner. Hexes have a future in an exceptionally enormous manner. As far as cost, Hex generally has an exceptional, especially potential to in a real sense arrive at new levels, showing how while the really normal exchanging cost ought to in every way that really matters be around $110, kind of as opposed to prevalent thinking. It generally is figured that Hex will increment in esteem, exhibiting that the coin generally is as yet showing gambling with outlining sections for genuinely past kind of couple of days. The coin could especially have sought serious areas of strength for of yet. We don't believe that it would a beneficial resource in genuinely